Hello people, welcome to another video on the channel. Today is my latest match review. Forest lost to Man United. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. I am not surprised in any way, shape or form. But the way we lost is the most painful way we could have lost. And we did. So, there's not going to be much editing because I want this to be authentic as possible. And I want to dedicate this to the man in the middle. The referee. It has to be the worst refereeing performance in our history. In all of my time watching Forest, I can think of maybe one refereeing performance that is on par with this, and that was Luton in the Championship. Has to be one of the worst refereeing performances ever. But I will get to that in a moment. I'm going to talk about the first 10 minutes when it was really good. When we went 2-0 up away at Old Trafford. Awoniyi continuing his good form with Onana I don't even know what Onana was doing. He just took a sit down. Taiwo scored, then I believe it was a free kick or corner, I can't quite remember. And Willy Bolly scores it, and, happy days and that. So it was a good start. Then United with their first real opportunity of the game score, and it was decent goal. I've got no complaints on their first goal. But now going into the second half, this is where my complaints begin to creep in. They got given a free kick, which was never a free kick. Let me just really state that out there. How on earth is that a free kick? But that isn't even the worst of it. That's the best bit about this game. That isn't even the worst of it. I don't understand how that free kick can't even be the worst thing that the referee does today. No. We're going to start. Should we start with the red? Yeah, let's start with the red card for Joe Worrell. Now, to cut the referee some slack here, it probably isn't the worst decision from his perspective, because he obviously sees Worrell and Fernandes running. Worrell sort of almost slips, and then Fernandes going down. I could somewhat understand him giving a red card for that. However, do you know what we have in place now? What we have in place is they call a VAR, Video Assistant Referee. And how they have all the angles in the world. They're not under a time restriction in the slightest. They're not under that in any way, shape or form. And they still take ages. and they have all the angles to see that Bruno Fernandes clearly does his prime Tom Daly and takes a dive. It's honestly that little... Oh my god, Fernandes. Do not get me started on Bruno Fernandes. Honestly, squaring up to people, acts like he's not 5'6". Relax. Honestly, relax. You're a diver. You're a penalty merchant. Literally, the first thing that comes to mind when people say Bruno Fernandes is penalties. It just is, because that's the reputation Man United have and what Bruno Fernandes has. He goes down, and then we go down to 10 men. Obviously, I honestly do not understand how VAR haven't picked up on that. I can somewhat understand the referee, but then VAR should go, yo, go to the monitor. But no, we're playing Man United at Old Trafford, so obviously not. That is not allowed. Not at all. I think we have had so many, what's that, like 4 or 5 decisions go against us in like 3, 4, 5 games against United. It's got to be like, I think it's like 6, 7 like decisions go against us in about 6, 7 games. It's honestly a joke. It's an utter joke. You know I need investigating. I don't care. Like, look at Wolves. Onana just smacks Wolves player around the face. Just full on. Anthony Joshua punches him in the face. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely terrific. Yeah, that is A-okay, guys. That is all right to do. You could just sock somebody in the penalty area in the 94th minute, and you can just take a dive, and then you won't get punished for it. And then the penalty, Marcus Rashford. Now, if you thought the Fernandes dive was bad, this is worse. I honestly. I do not even want to go and search for it. I've watched it enough times for it to be imprinted in my mind of just how hideous the decision is. I genuinely That is probably going to be the worst decision that's going to go against us this season. So Danilo doing what he does, he sticks his leg out to put in a tackle, then he's retracting his leg back, and it doesn't touch Fernandes. I've seen it in slow-mo, not Fernandes, Rashford, sorry. I've seen it in slow motion, I've seen it at normal pace. I've seen it, I've paused it to slow it down. There is no contact there. Rashford goes down like he's been shot. Guess what? Penalty. And VAR doesn't pick up on it. Again, I can maybe understand the referee saying penalty to begin with, even though I don't think he should be saying that. And then, what does VAR do? What does VAR do? Now, that's obviously a penalty that's got, because it's Man United. Because it's Man United, especially at Old Trafford. I still stand by this. Old Trafford is the toughest stadium to go to, because you're always going to be fighting an uphill battle. I will respect to anyone who wins at Old Trafford this season. Honestly, you're playing against 12, 13 plus players, including the referee, including VAR. It's an absolute shambles, and United need investigating, the officials need investigating, because we've been robbed of at least a point, arguably even 3. I think it's a case of we almost took the lead too early, and then we sort of almost crumbled. I wouldn't say crumbled, because we were shafted, but yeah, that's real shout out to the officials for robbing us of something. And if this costs us at any point at the end of the season, this will be the game that I look at and go, it's out of our control. In terms of how we set up, I think we were very compact, we were very defensively solid. And I don't think many players put in a bad performance. You know, Matt Turner made an outstanding save in the first half. And I think on the counter-attack we were good. Johnson got in some good areas as well. Gibbs-White was fantastic. Awoniyi, his usual quality self. Ryan Yates was absolutely exceptional. Danilo, you can maybe have a go at him because he gave the penalty away. But then again, what more can he do? So, yeah, looking at it, I don't really think many, if any, players played poorly for us today. And I think United, this really just solidifies that they will be finishing in Europa League if they're lucky. I'll be very surprised if they get past the round of 16 in the Champions League. They're not achieving much if they consistently play like this. What is my top doing? I don't know. But if they consistently keep playing like this, they are getting no higher than 6th this season. No higher. I'm not even saying this being salty. It's just being factual. Like you can't hand on heart think they're gonna do well this season when they're scraping past what is mid-table fodder to them. Like Wolves, a team that have lost most of their players and are gonna most likely be in a relegation battle. Us, most likely going to be mid-table at best, relegation battle. And they are scraping past these teams with helps from the officials. And it is a disgrace. It is a disgrace to the Premier League, to the English football pyramid itself. It's a disgrace. And it needs investigating. That is all I'm going to say. It's going to be very authentic. I like my reviews to be very authentic and not super edited, just because it makes it more authentic. That's how I like them. But yes, sorry there wasn't a preview to this game or a review to Sheffield United. Monday games and Friday games are difficult to get reviews out for, and I just was really rammed with time for the United preview, so apologies for that. But yeah, so there will be a transfer video this Monday, 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock time. Anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30, that's when you should expect my transfer video. There will be probably a preview. I don't actually know. I think it's Chelsea we've got next, so there'll be a preview for that. There's a chance, I believe we've got Burnley in the Cup. I could be doing a review for that. I'm not too sure. Depends how time goes, but definitely we'll get a transfer video, and definitely we'll get a Chelsea preview. And there is a big video that's been in the works since February, which I'm hoping to get out in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.